It's Brendan here at Gator Rc. We're out at the field. It is Maiden Day for the Seagull Models Gilmore Redline. Let's go. All right, guys, here we go. We're ready for takeoff. Free sky for control. We have right now roughly 5.5 minutes left on our timer. We're going to take off without the gyro turned on. We'll get this thing trimmed out. I'm not using the auto trim feature right out of the gate because this transmitter and all its features and functions are new to me. I just want to get this plane dialed in, flying, and showcase it a little bit. So we're hoping for a good maiden. All the controls look good. Taking off left to right. So there to there, last checks. That one's gonna be there. All right, going up.
Trim center.
So we have a click of elevator. We're flying in low rates right now. Looks like we're probably going to give it a click of right aileron. So we're flying this with a Stinger 35 for power. Got a little bit of a wind today and a darker sky, so it's kind of hard to see sunglasses, no sunglasses. We are actually less right now than full power. 2 more clicks of right rudder. Still flying on low rates. Low rates actually feel pretty good here. We're not looping or rolling or anything yet.
Medium rate.
Gonna flip into medium rates there. Still just below half power. The Stinger has good authority with this. Another click or 2 of right aileron trim. I don't know if that's the wind that keeps pushing it down there. I think it is. I don't think that's the actual trim. All right, so flying on the Free Sky radio for the first time. Let me tell you about the feel. I moved my switches around from the way I used to fly with Jetty or Spectrum just because I've always wanted to, and this gives me a new opportunity. Feels good in my hand. I fly with lanyards. This plane feels nice and stable, even in a little bit of wind right here. Starting to get pretty comfortable with it already. See what a little more power looks like. So full speed doesn't feel a whole lot different from half throttle to full. We'll bring it by on a fast pass. Little down pressure on it. Decent for stability. I like it. So as we just, I think we're pretty trimmed out, comfortable with the way it feels. Takeoff was nice. Back it down here a little bit. What I use for free sky servos in this, the Stinger engine, the Falcon prop, all that stuff's listed in the descriptions. So let's see what high rates feel like. That's pretty good. Roll. That's a straight aileron roll to it. That went around there pretty quick. I really didn't even input
30 seconds.
any rudder. Another straight aileron roll. Full power. Up into an Illiman. Backing down here a little bit. Engine's running pretty good. No complaints there.
1 minute.
Seems like it bleeds off speed pretty good when you slow it down. All right, I'm gonna take it up here a little bit and we're gonna try the gyro and see how that feels.
30 seconds.
We followed the directions from Free Sky Steve that he shared with me. There's a Google document on how to set it up. So many good videos from Free Sky, and I think that's the thing I like the most is the resources to be successful are in plethora. All right, I like that. Now that is not the auto level mode, that's the regular one.
0.
All right, so we're about out of time here. That's been about 5.5 minutes. All right, let's get this thing landed.
Stabilization.
Turn the gyro off for now. And see how this thing does coming in to land. Landing on high rates. Little bounce. Oh, another bounce. All right, so we died there. I don't know what our bounce was. That's a pretty tough bounce. It was almost like the wheels were sticky. But let's take a walk down there and go grab this thing and see what's up. All right, so let's talk about the wrap up on the Seagull Models Gilmore Redline. Again, 74-inch wingspan, roughly 15 pounds, free sky guidance, King Mech servos, Falcon prop, Stinger engine. Flight time on this is actually what you guys saw in the video. As far as the airplane goes, if you can see in there, maybe you can, maybe you can't, that was only about a half a tank of fuel. So this engine is not a fuel consumer. We still had plenty of flight time to go on that one. As far as my bouncy landing, I don't know. It is kind of windy here. If you look at the trees behind me, maybe that was it. The one thing I did notice is 2 of my flying wires popped off. I did not use the little rubber things over the top because I didn't like the way they looked. I don't know if they popped off on that landing or what, but they do go to the wheel pant down there. And I did leave them loose because I don't want that gear to bend and then rip them apart at the wings or break the flying wires. So they're a little loose. Maybe it was too much. So we'll work on that and tweaking it. Otherwise, let's talk about the Free Sky 20, the X20 Pro here. So that thing felt good in my hands. Trim seemed to work really, really well with that thing. It felt good as balancing on my lanyard. I really like the timer. I have that odometer set up, so anytime the RPM's over 500 RPM, it runs an odometer for me, so I can actually track total flight minutes or run minutes on that airplane, so on that engine. So that's a really cool feature. Otherwise, this thing handled really well. And what's the purpose of this thing, right? Yes, it loops, yes, it can roll, all those types of things, but it was really a speed-built, purposeful plane. And it handled straight normal flight good. Low rates, medium rates, high rates, all good at the recommendation. CG was good. It came in a little bit hot and long for me, but for a first flight, we're getting used to it, right? So that's kind of the way it goes with an airplane. I'm feeling it out. Otherwise, I did have to add, if you looked at the build videos, a good amount of nose weight to this, about a pound. So if you really wanted this thing to haul butt through the air, maybe look at something a little bigger than a Stinger 35, because you definitely have room to do that. That would be my one recommendation. Otherwise, for guidance, the FreeSky system felt great. The stability system felt great. We'll continue to work that out. Loops, rolls, elements, all those things. It felt like it had really good power to play around with. The wind pushes it around a little bit in a maiden flight. You don't know if it's more the plane or the wind. But otherwise, super happy with the plane. Really, really like it. And it's in one piece. So we're going to work out the little clasp there at the end and little things, right? But otherwise, successful Maiden in the books. Thank you guys for watching. Do me a favor, if you haven't already, head on over to the Gator Rc and Just Plain Crazy Facebook pages. Smash a like there for us as well. With this in the YouTube land, like, share, subscribe. It helps us out a lot. All right, feel free to comment if this is in your future. They have this one, and they actually have a bigger size, which is really cool. Descriptions for everything are down below. Those will give you the links on how to get to those projects. And if maybe the Gilmore isn't for you, but something else is, Gator carries a really cool lineup of things, from Seagull models to Top RC models to Sebart models. They're a full one-stop hobby shop. So check them out at www.gator-rc.com. We appreciate you guys for watching. So with that being said, it's time to get out of here, get this thing fixed up, and get to some more flying. So with that being said, we will see you later, alligator.